Sanibonani. Phambi kwenu namhlanje umncedisi obonga isibongo sakwaButhelezi ngokuba ngiyindoda ngingaka ifundiso sengiyitholile zangikhulisa ngaba indoda engiyibongayo ziphuma kumsamo wakwaButhelezi, ziphuma kwindawo yakwaButhelezi. Isibongo sayihlo ngogama, kodwa sesiyobuye sithinte sithi kuyinweba ukuthi ningazi banzi ukuthi ngubani, ngokuba umuntu mayifika emhlabeni ufika ngabantu ababili. Kodwa ngifuna ukuthinta kukho namhlanje inkulumo kade sengivusile izolo, the situation which we are currently facing in terms of a major depression of our youth is unemployment, and we need to understand the importance of time and the value of time in terms of how time is so valuable, that time is more valuable than money if you look at it. In actual fact, time is more valuable than money. That you can make money, but you can never make back more time. You can never reverse time. You can lose money, you can make it back, but time that is not used is wasted, and you can never receive that time back. So just to share, I believe that this will actually place me into your shoes so that you can understand that I too have been through situations which concern unemployment. I've been fired 3 times in my life. I have dealt with unemployment stress. So being fired 3 times, you have to imagine the depression that a person goes through. I'll dive more deeply as time goes by in terms of how these situations actually happen and the effect that they had on me. But in that, I thank the Lord for giving me the strength to carry on, to stand, to be strong, and to strive to build something. And in terms of understanding the importance of time. Time is valuable. Time has teachings. Time has experiences. These are all experiences. In terms of experiencing a situation where you are informed that we are going to have to let you go, that is a heartbreaking situation. It depresses a person, especially when that person goes back and they have to go back into life and look into the situation which they are currently in, which it touches their mental health, it touches their finances, because we live in a world which requires finances. Finances are very important for us to live day by day. But in time, there's a key in time. In time, there is evolution, there's change, there is growth. Time wisely used can actually eliminate the factors of unemployment, things that actually cause a person to be unemployed. Time can actually resolve those situations, but a person actually needs to abind themselves to time and to become an ally with time, that person realizes In spaces of depression, depression is very important, and the point of you feeling a certain way of your life, depression is very important because it carries the essence of the information of who you are and what you want in life. Sometimes when things are joyful and you're happy and everything is nice, it creates an illusion that you cannot actually notice what you actually need in life, what you actually want in life. But the moment you fall into a huge depression, it gives you information in terms of where you need to work. This is what happened to me. It gave me information in terms I needed to change myself. I needed to become this certain person so that I can achieve these certain goals, so that I can eliminate poverty, so that I can eliminate a mind of poverty, which was the last occurrence in terms of being fired and going for unemployment. I realized that I was in a place where poverty had stricken me. And in that, the most thing that I realized in my life, that it wasn't more of poverty in terms of material wealth or money. It was poverty of the mind in terms of my way of thinking. My spirit was in poverty. I lacked courage. I lacked faith. I lacked the will to fight. I prayed. I went down on my knees and I prayed to God, please strengthen my inner man, because my inner man is the being that creates everything that's on the outside. It states on, see here, Genesis 2, chapter 2. So I'll just give you a brief in terms of what it speaks about. It speaks about man and the duties of man. The duty of man is that man work. You are here to work. But importantly, it's not that you are here to work for a person, but you are here to work for the kingdom. You are here with a specific, you're designed differently. So that means that you have something that's specific, something that no one else has. As I've mentioned in the past, is that I highly believe that everyone has a specific business that they can run flawlessly, which if that business was to be given to someone else, they wouldn't be, that other person wouldn't be able to run the business like that person, like you. So you have a specific business that you can run flawlessly, and within time and within the scripture, as it states that man was created to cultivate the land, to work the land. There is a specific work which God has placed in you. And this is what we should find out. It's not more about employment or going to study, and once you've studied, then you want to go into a government space where you'll be working in that space. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just stating that what's important is your deployment. It's you finding out yourself the work that you need to do, which is important for life. Work requires you to do what matters. You cannot focus on things that do not matter and expect returns, because no one will pay mind to that. But what you need to do is you need to work on what matters. first thing that matters, which which we have realized, and you as an individual, is that you yourself matter. Your own mental health matters. Your own financial standing matters. This gives you a direction in terms of where you need to work on. You need to work on yourself. You need to work on yourself personally. You need to grow yourself personally. You need to grow yourself. That's why I am running these self-discipline programs, so that you are aware of these programs, that you know that personal growth is very important for the direction that we're going into. No one understands what you truly need but yourself. And in that, you need to work in a direction. In a direction that will create the life that you see that you are meant to live. I'm sorry that we currently going through this situation. We are hit by this thing called depression. But in life, it is how you take the matter. You can be depressed and you can sob and you can cry. Things are going like this for me. Or you can choose to use your time to build something with your time. A brick a day placed on a structure can build a house. A day. It's important to understand the use of your time. So we want to impact time. We want to understand, and through understanding time, we want to understand ourselves, our strength, the strength that we possess. You possess strength, but in terms of you realizing the strength that you possess, it will require time, focus, faith, and courage. So as we step boldly into the future, let us be determined in terms of our time and how we use our time. You are the owner of this time. You decide how to use it. No one will teach you success. You will teach yourself success. Yabo.